regulatory era got over, then came the era of what is called as the 1975 to 2008 era, when all sorts of crises started taking over the world. We had environmental issues, we had social issues. This was the time where, in this phase, the most important economic context was Japanese enterprises started giving a stiff competition world over, including mainly for the Americans and Europeans, and gave the flair for what do you mean by quality, what do you mean by lean manufacturing, and what you really cherish as a customer value. So value, not from the sustainable value angle, but value from a customer perspective became a very important ingredient of the business model. As a result, in this phase of 1975 to 2008, many concepts like a cherished customer value management, lifetime value of a product, all these areas relating to value, cherished value, customer value, quality management, all these things started coming in the era of this particular 2008. Following this 2008 era is a big change of what is happening in today's context. That is post 2008, particularly after the financial recession, followed by the COVID crisis. All things rolled up together, the last 15 years have completely, dramatically pushed the value to a sustainable value era. So in this sustainable value era, what is happening? The word value is further getting converted into a sustainable value creation. You are in this world not purely for making profit. You are here to make profit, but at the same time maintain a good environment, create good brands, create good society, have the goodwill of the society. So all sorts of value to be fetched by enterprises while fetching profit for the stakeholders, they became the hallmark of this particular current era which is happening. This further got accentuated in a very significant way post-COVID because the digitization phase started, and along with that, what is happening now in the last 2 to 3 years of artificial intelligence also becoming a major force behind getting insights from the basic data. So this is where we stand today, a 5-phased evolution of management accounting concepts, including the cost and management accounting domain. So in this first segment of my presentation, I now take you to the second part. In this phase, how the roles have changed. On the screen you find a very good diagram which is brought out by one of the leading management accounting institutes of the world, where a 5-phased role change or role evolution has taken place. First is a simple data gathering mechanism. Second, out of data gathered, you get into something called preparing of the reports. The third diagram, once you prepare the reports, then you do what is called analysis or analytics. So once you do the analysis or analytics, then you get into a point called gathering insights out of the analysis. The fifth phase, once the insights are there, then you start influencing the area of activity. Once you influence your area with the insights, you create an impact. Now the value gets created at the right end, the right side part of the diagram. Once you act and influence positively, value gets created. But the beginning is data. So this is a 6-phased role where a typical finance professional like a CMA can sit in any part. He can be confine himself to a simple data preparation, but he can also create value. But if you see the two important blue colored arrows coming on the top and bottom, this is exactly where the evolution of IT has played a very major role inside. When the IT world was not evolving, when you were concentrating simply on data and reporting without IT, not even Excel were available. But once the IT came, slowly and steadily, ERP and ERP systems supporting through ERP, they started entering into the basic roles of data and report preparation. Then when they comes to the analysis phase, slowly you get into the analytics, which started taking over the function from a man into a machine. The software started doing it. From the analytics, when you get into the role of getting into the insights and looking at the pattern, this is the place where the analytics stop, because you need to get into understanding the patterns, coming to a logical conclusions. So you move beyond ERP and analytics. This is exactly the place where AI has started coming into a role of getting and giving you these insights. But once you get the insights, influencing and acting is up to you. So the last two diagrams are still available for you to act, whereas AI still is yet to enter that, except for perhaps performing an operation or surgery in a medical, or a car running without a driver, or a plane going on autopilot. Barring these areas, the analytics have not started influencing and creating action. But this is how the CMA role has evolved. Now you need to keep these two blocks of my presentation, what I just now said so far, that is the 5-era evolution of management accounting, this gradual evolution of these 6 roles from a simple data till influencing action. The CMAs have evolved significantly. Now, why these two things are very important? We need to understand. We go to the third part of my presentation. Look at the current business context. Keep these two blocks in your mind and look at the current blocks.